In today's storage unit video, I had to travel well over an hour. Thankfully, I had these beautiful country roads to enjoy while making my way to this unit that only cost me $43. It was too good of a deal to pass up. Now let's see what's inside. What is up, everyone? I hope you all are doing well today. In today's storage unit video, we will be going through this unit that I purchased for only $43. I was shocked that I got this for such a good deal, especially considering some of the listing pictures that showed off this Junior Coffee 1969 picture. The frame isn't perfect by any means, and also the listing pictures didn't show off really much of anything back there, so it's hard to make out what was back there. So I'm hoping we will find some really good stuff back there. And then another thing, I'm always looking for sports memorabilia like this picture, and sports cards and sports jerseys, stuff like that. And so I did see this Shaquille O'Neal jersey sitting on that chair in one of the listing pictures, which this also is not in the best shape, but Shaquille O'Neal is definitely still to this day one of the most collectible basketball players of all time. So I should be able to get about $5 to $10 for this. A great way to start out this unit already. I'm not gonna lie, shorts might have been a mistake. It is actually very cold out here today. My legs are freezing, but here's a nice picture of the Old Town, Alexandria, Virginia. It has a $50 price tag on it. I don't know if that's accurate. Honestly, the frame actually looks still pretty good. It's just kind of dusty, so I'll clean it off and probably just resell it as is. If these price tags are even close to accurate on these pictures over here, we may have found a gold mine in pictures and in picture frames, because little tip for you all out there, don't sleep on the picture frames costs. Sometimes the pictures aren't worth anything, but the actual frames that they're in can be worth 25, 50, even 100 or more dollars for just the picture frames themselves. But the nice antique vintage wooden frames are something to always look out for, or always something to look out for. And honestly, they're pretty easy to move too. So just keep that in mind if you're buying units as well. Here's another nice picture frame right here. There's some kind of wild little pictures over here. Unless this is some rare picture, I'm kind of assuming this is kind of garbage. The picture itself is kind of warped, and this is a cheap little frame, so I'll look it up just to make sure it's not something super rare, but I'm assuming it's not, and I'm assuming this is just gonna be trash. This is kind of cool right here. Is that like a leprechaun playing a guitar or something? Looking for his pot of gold. Kind of cool though. Oh, this is cool. Is that a little Cessna plane? Pretty sweet. I will say a lot of these are going to be hard to find direct comps for. I'm assuming I'll probably make anywhere from like $5 to $10 to $15 for each of those. This one's probably more in the $5 range if I was guessing. Nice little canvas wall hanging right here. I feel like this style of artwork used to be really popular. Maybe not quite as popular anymore. I will say we were right next to a super busy road, so I apologize for any noise that is picking up on the mic. Oh, this is cool. This only has a $30 price tag on it. But this is Mount Shasta by Robert Wood. If I was guessing, I think $30 is a little light on this. I would have thought I could get 50 to 100 for this. Whoa, good grief. This is some sort of granite, I believe. Super heavy. Oh, another piece of granite. If I was guessing, like 100 pounds or more. The grunts were just for effect, by the way. Whew. Probably need to hit the gym after that. That was pretty sad. Another nice piece of artwork. This one's by Alan Curtis. Is that famous lake up in Canada? It's like super blue. I just glanced at that piece of granite that I just pulled out. Both of those pieces did have a $50 price tag on them. But if I get 50 for each of those, that covers the unit plus my gas. So I would be very excited about that. Pretty cool piece right there. Some sort of tapestry, I believe. I genuinely have no idea what tapestry actually is. So that may be tapestry or that may be something else. Tapestry just sounded right. This is kind of a weird looking painting right here. All right, we're gonna take a break on the picture frames. This appears to be just an old bag of Christmas decorations. I'll let y'all know if there was anything cool in here once I get home, because I am running out of daylight. Here's a 45 of Music Box Dancer by Frankie Mills. I don't exactly think this is gonna work. It is pretty rough looking. I know I already gave y'all one tip for this video, but another tip is to bring your own trash bags, and honestly even boxes sometimes, just to throw all the other junk in and consolidate it to haul off. Just makes your life a lot easier. Ooh, nice. We have a bunch of records back here, it looks like. Girl, put your records on. Tell them it's your favorite song. Here were a few of the vinyl records that stood out to me. Who isn't a Fanilow? This one's Barry Manilow Live. That'll be a fun one to play on a record player at home. I thought this one was kind of unique. This one's the music from Marlboro Country. Just a few cowboys smoking a few sticks on this front cover. And this one's Emmett Lister. I feel the touch. I know some of her stuff can be fairly valuable. I'm not exactly sure about this one, but I thought that was a cool record as well. All right, guys, we may have hit something big. This may be really cool. It's really heavy. I'm gonna get this chair out from back here so I can set it up on there. Use this to show things off, I guess. All right, what is this? It has $200 in 1950s written on it. Oh, that is really cool, actually. This is a Miracle Tab vintage typewriter, or I guess a quiet writer. I don't know if it's worth $200, but I do know this is super resellable, and this item alone will easily pay for the unit. That is very, very cool, and it's actually in really good shape still, too. Just a little dusty. I was very curious about what this was. I could see this in the listing picture. It was just kind of in the back. I will say, I don't know if this still holds a whole lot of value, because I don't think this is quite old enough to be vintage, but this is like a girl's makeup holder or something. Mostly trash in here. My nose is so cold right now. It's crazy. Ooh, what do we got in here? Oh, that is awesome. Wow. This is something you do not see every day. I'm not sure if this is the original Monopoly box, but this is about as old of a Monopoly box as I've ever seen in my life. And as you can see, it does have the game inside of there. There's a $50 price tag on this. I'm not sure if that's a little high considering the condition, but I know these are super rare to find no matter what condition they're in today. So that is awesome. Here's an old Trivial Pursuit. Oh, we got some baseball cards in here. Let's go. I knew there was a chance. I do want to take a look at some of these other pictures. Unfortunately, the glass is broken on the front of this, but this is kind of a cool golf print. It has a $15 price tag on it. I don't know if I would be able to get that for this print. Here's a framed picture of the world. $12 price tag on that. We've got our biggest price tag of any of the pictures so far. Oh, that is really cool. Here's an old print of the skyline of Nashville. I would assume back in like the 60s or 70s maybe even earlier, honestly, but that is really cool. This picture is probably not going to be resellable. It is completely warped and tearing, but it's of an Indy car. Very nice canvas painting right here. Has $100 written on top. Not exactly sure if that's worth $100. Another one that would be perfect for a log cabin. Oh, this is sweet. 1998. Number 62 of the man himself, Mark McGwire. That is awesome. As a Cardinals fan, this might be my favorite item we've uncovered in this unit so far. That is really cool. Ooh, what is this? Oh, this may actually be worth some serious money right here. This is an exclusive commemorative lithograph of Disney's The Lion King. I'm gonna get a little closer so you can get a better view of it. Some of these limited print pictures can be worth a ton of money. This obviously has a $100 price tag, which I would not be surprised if it's actually worth more than that. And now's a good time to announce today's giveaway, which we will be giving away this Lion King first edition lithograph. And how to win this awesome piece: first, like this video; second, subscribe to my channel; and third, comment below your favorite animated movie of all time. Good luck on this giveaway, and let's get back to the storage unit. Just being honest, there's some sort of disconnect when people are bidding on storage units. If they see other people bidding on certain units, they will bid units up that are worth like $100 up to $300, $400, and then they won't even bid on these units. I don't understand why. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not complaining, but that is just what I've noticed, especially in my area. It's the lightning ship right there. The old pictures and prints that used to be in basically every home were so creepy. It's crazy. We have a serious priced picture right here. I'm struggling to read it in the light. S. Finkerberry, I think. This is of New York City of the Twin Towers. It has a $250 price tag on it. That is pretty sweet right there. I'm not gonna lie, y'all are missing a killer sunset outside tonight. The musical genesis of Duke Ellington, a Smithsonian Institute exhibition. No way. You got some NASA picture that's kind of messed up right there, but look at this. This is the Washington Post front page. Back whenever RFK's dad got shot, it says Kennedy is shot critically after California win. There is a $100 price tag on it, but I just don't know if it's actually worth $100 because it's not like it's actually the front page. It doesn't look like. some sort of print of it, but cool piece. They're losing light fast, and I got to get the rest of this cleaned out tonight. So I'll show you all the rest of this unit back at home and all of the best pieces that are still left inside of here. But wow, what a crazy storage unit that we bought for only $43 today. Another huge win. Now let's head back home. All right, so I finally cleaned out this storage unit. And honestly, there wasn't a ton that I want to show off outside of this stack of mostly sheet music and then another bag after this. But I thought these were pretty cool, and these all should be fairly resellable, especially something like this. This is super collectible. This is some sheet music of the vocal selections of The Wizard of Oz. Here is a Masterpiece edition of Scott Joplin, Maple Leaf Rag. I thought this one was really cool. This is very, very old Christmas Carol sheet music. This will probably be one of the more resellable items in this stack. Here's the Sound of Music vocal selection. Not exactly sure what year this was. Doesn't say it on here, but that is pretty cool. One of the best composers of all time, Ludwig van Beethoven. Thought that was kind of cool. That one's not in the best shape, I will say. Here's Porgy and Bess. If this one was in better shape, that one would be very valuable, I believe. I wish this one was in better shape. The top has some water damage or something on it. But there's Walt Disney's Mary Poppins, Bewitched. Here's Around the World in 80 Days. As you can see, just a ton of really cool old sheet music of very popular plays and movies and other stuff in here. Here's Dolly's Lullaby. And then another one of those Ludwig van Beethoven sonatas for the piano. But those were really cool. And let me show off this bag real quick. And I'm not going to show off all that's in this bag, but this bag is full of sheet music from I'm assuming a songwriter. I did spend some time looking up the individual that's on most of those, and I couldn't find anything in particular that really stood out that was super popular or anything, or that this individual songwriter was super famous or famous at all. But I just thought that was really cool. Those were a bunch of pieces from like the 50s up until like the late 60s, early 70s. The reason I wanted to show you all this, I thought this was really cool. This was a letter from 1952 from Mr. Wycliffe B. Moore. But I believe in the 50s and 60s, he was in the entertainment industry, traveling around and doing shows with sleight of hand and magic tricks. And this was a letter between him and another gentleman. And that gentleman happened to be on the PGA Tour and worked for the company that produced all of Louisville Slugger's bats back in the day. Obviously, this doesn't have a whole lot of value to it, but it is unbelievable. The really unique and just interesting things that you will find in these storage units. It never ceases to amaze me. And as always, I really enjoyed this storage unit. I think this was a huge success. And if you like this content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. It is much appreciated, and we'll see you next time. Stay radical.